What's going on, everybody? We have some updates on Operation Phoenix. I did another video on this that was about 14 minutes long. I'm going to try and make these videos shorter, so let's see how well I can do this time. And when we take a look at the price chart for PancakeSwap over on Dex Screener, we notice it's just under 5 cents. It's consolidating. We had a little bit of a red candle day yesterday. The sideways movement still pushing between the two major levels on the Fibonacci retracement. You'll see that it's up 3.8% over the last 24 hours and a total volume of $56,000. This is less than what we've been seeing in some previous days. We do have a little bit more on the sell volume side than the buy volume side, but the price is still looking green on the day. One of the big reasons for that is take a look at BNB. Just under $600. In fact, it just hit $600 while I was recording the other version of this video. Looks like it's getting really close to try and break above it again. So BNB right now looking absolutely beautiful, trying to go back to the previous all-time high. Liquidity aspects being tied with different projects, they're also looking much more happy and good as well. So one of the things I want to point out to you is that over on the PancakeSwap side, there's a lot of arbitration going on between these different bots. That's right, different bots. And this can be monitored most effectively if you're looking on the mobile version of Dex Screener for Operation Phoenix, because on the right-hand side, you can keep track. If you click on it, it'll update of how many different times different wallet addresses have traded back and forth, or just in general, of this specific token. So because of that, I've noticed that there's a handful of different arbitration bots that are buying and selling against each other. So what that essentially does is causes it to level out the price between themselves. But then at the same time, remember the tokenomics of Operation Phoenix, there's a portion that's going to the marketing funds every time those bots are doing it against each other. So even though it like flatlines the price because one bot buys, another one's selling, then another one buys, another one sells, remember them doing that is helping the marketing wallet grow, which really does open up the perspective view that as that marketing wallet grows, how many different opportunities there are in the future moving forward to try and get more attention eyes over on this. So speaking of attention eyes, one of the things that I also want to point out to you is the holder count is now going up again. This is beautiful. We started seeing AMAs take place with the developers, or the, I should say the co-founder, DeFi Sean. He's actually proactively going out there and he's having these AMAs with other groups. And by doing so, we're starting to see an impact already. So previously in my videos, I was talking about how the holder count looked like it was going down a little bit, right around 1,300. Now we're up above 1,400. So that is some great news just from that alone. Then as far as for AMAs, we already had one yesterday, a couple yesterday. As far as for today, there's Whalecoin Talk at 4 p.m. UTC, Assure DeFi at 8:30 p.m. UTC. And then for the 14th, you got Moby Media at 4 p.m. UTC, Coin Merger 6 p.m. UTC, Golems 8 p.m. UTC, and then Phoenix Fridays. That's normally, obviously, on a Friday, but because of some scheduling changing stuff that they've got going on, they moved that from Friday to Thursday at 9 p.m. UTC. So also they updated their logo. I did talk about this in my previous video, but as you guys can see in the little video down here, what it looks like personally, I think it looks really good. Okay, and then of course we can move over to some of the latest updates here. This is over on the subreddit, but before I do get into that, I also want to talk about a little bit more of the AMA stuff. So yesterday, DeFi Sean, he had an AMA that was kind of an impromptu AMA over inside of the Telegram group. I decided to go in there. I asked some questions. There was not a lot of people that were in there, but there was some juicy information. So I think this is very important that you guys hear this. So first off is that with the brothers marketing, it looks like that they've started to get the movement going a little bit as of yesterday. That being them starting to reach out to the different groups that they have, starting to do those connections, the messaging, etc. When we will see that actual impact, I'm not sure, but at least the movement has started according to what I was hearing. That was supposed to be beginning yesterday. That's number one. The second thing is the element of an NDA. And this NDA is something that could be huge because when we're talking about an NDA or a non-disclosure agreement, it was suggested that from this NDA, there's a big deal on the table. I'm hoping that they secure whatever that is. If they do, I'm more importantly, I would say, is that by securing that, I hope that it has a big direct impact back over here with the community. So I'm assuming it's something really big. The fact that it's an NDA, that's not something that's that typical. You'll see, especially when we're talking about what they're doing with their marketing funds, etc. So I'm so curious to see how that'll play out. And then also, before I go into this subreddit post, I want to talk about the crypto exchange Margex again. I have a referral link down in the description below. If you use that and you make a deposit of $100 or more, you can get a $50 bonus. In this crypto exchange, there's no KYC. You can get started in about 1 minute. They can do anywhere from 5x all the way to 100x leverage trading, meaning that you can basically make the value of what you're putting in worth more. So there's more risk by doing so with that, but there's also a lot more reward. You can also buy cryptos directly on their platform. They have copy trading. They have staking options. I got a video on my channel where I dived a lot more into this if you guys want to look that up. But very, very cool indeed. And so that's crypto exchange Margex. My referral link is down in the description below for that. Phoenix Army, today was the second day of our marketing campaign, and we had another AMA with Rude's Crypto Lounge. We have already had over 300 people listen to it. He made a very powerful post to his followers a few hours ago, explaining how our AMA was the best he had in over 2 years. He has 10,000 followers, so we got a bunch of good exposure from it. He also recorded it and pinned it on his page for any investors who missed it due to work. I assume this is the time when most people have come home from work, starting to settle down, and finally getting a chance to watch it. I hope we can see some traction over the next 24 hours from his supporters. We were also going to have an AMA with 2bit, but it was rescheduled. We have 4 more AMAs over the next 2 days, as well as Phoenix Friday on Thursday. The project has increased its holder count on BSC by over 100, about 10% in the last 2 days. One of our community members, Douglas, reminded me today we can actually see those who are staked by looking at the Operation Phoenix Maxi contract. There are 203 holders, most of them not tracked by Operation Phoenix because they have staked all of their tokens. Yes, I know not everyone staked all of their tokens, but we can see there are roughly 200 wallets that could be added to the total amount of holders. We also have the holders on Bitmart and 2bit that we cannot see, which should put us around 1,650 to 1,800 holders. The 6-month staking pool is at 33%. The total staked across all 3 options is 47%. Remove the wallet used for staking rewards, and we have about 55% of the circulating supply locked away. That's over 50%, guys. The whale movements were minimal today, with the top wallet selling less than 20,000 tokens. The biggest hit we had today was a 65,000 token sale that dropped us from 0.05 down to 0.045. This person had staked for 30 days. The timer was up, and they decided to sell their entire bag at once. They have nothing left to dump. Sean said today we could see version 2 of the DEX launch this week. Mark will be on the AMA Thursday to better help explain how it works. This is going to be the true gamer in the DeFi space. Attention! If you guys started zoning out, listening or watching the video, very important. Attention, attention. I'm going to say this part again. Sean said we could see version 2 of the DEX launch this week. Guys, we're already on Wednesday. Mark will be on the AMA Thursday to better help explain how it works. Going to be a true game changer. So overall feedback, the day was going really well. We had some really good momentum until that person dropped us by about 8% in value by selling everything at once. This is part of why I track the whales, to get an idea of how many people can have this type of price effect with their inconsiderate selling technique. We have about 90 people unstaked that can have the same effect as the person who sold down today, since they have over 60,000 tokens. The good thing, however, is of those 90 people, only 25 of them have ever sold, and less than 10 of them have made a sale in the past week. I know it sucks. Every time we get some momentum, 1 or 2 large wallets dump heavy and slow down the growth. At launch, we had over 300 people, all with over 200,000 tokens unstaked, which is considerably more than what we have now. Every day we continue to shake the top holders and slowly sell them down to help token distribution. I can't wait for the brothers marketing to start, as that will only add more fuel to the rocket ship and help us grow. I don't want to start a rumor, but it seems to me that the brothers marketing has been waiting for our upgrade as well as a logo update before kicking off their efforts. As we get closer and closer to the Thursday AMA, I expect to hear about more marketing and updates. All this continues to keep me extremely bullish. Keep those hands diamond. What do you guys think? Share your thoughts down in the comments below. Again, I got the referral link for Margex down in the description below. Also, you can check out HG Access, an exclusive trader group That is through Patreon in the description. And then also thank you to my Patreon supporters. Double shout out thank you to Rosa Rizvi and Victor Vegas for being higher level patrons. Thank you to my YouTube members. God bless. We'll see you in the next episode.